Welcome to lesson 1 on There Will Never Be Another You. In this lesson, I'm going to share with you the importance of, first of all, learning the triads. We're also going to look at, of course, incorporating the 6th and the 7ths of the chords. There's 2 etudes included where we're also using the chord notes just up and down, improvising. Lastly, I created an etude using the chord notes and some very simple syncopated rhythms, which is going to lead us nicely on to lesson 2, which will be coming soon. So very important for us to know the chord notes of what chord we're playing over. Now, a simple way to remember this on the major chords, the dominant chords and the minor chords is just simply to think like you're playing over an arpeggio. So if you're looking at the major chord, of course we play the root, we play the 3rd, and we play the 5th. And of course, if we're playing a minor chord or a minor arpeggio, again, we play the root, we play the 3rd, and we play the 5th. And then depending on what chord it is, we can sometimes add the 6th or the 7th. The only chord this doesn't apply in, especially in this tune, There Will Never Be Another You, is the half diminished or the minor 7 flat 5. Where we just have to remember to lower the 5th by a semitone like so. So if you're new here, my name's Darren Lloyd. I like to teach jazz in a structured, measurable way where you learn in easy to learn chunks and can actually tell if you are developing, if you are making progress every day. And if you follow the steps and practice with achievable goals, you can easily reach these steps and develop fundamental skills to help you improvise, get to know your instrument much better, develop that ear-finger coordination rather than trying to do too many things at once. This really leads to massive frustration for many jazz students. All the resources are available in the description. For the price of a coffee, you would get all the etudes, all the PDF resources, the backing track, and the demo tracks too. But for this lesson, as a special offer, if you just join my newsletter, where all I'll be doing is tell you when the new lessons come out, when I publish them on YouTube, I'll be giving the PDF for this lesson away totally free. Just join the newsletter. Okay, so Etude 1, I'll show you the top line. This is what the top line looks like. We're just playing the root, starting on the root, and then to the 3rd, and then to the 5th of each chord. This is super important because we're not always going to start a jazz line or a phrase on the root. Sometimes we might start on the 3rd, sometimes we might start on the 5th, sometimes we might start on the 9th or the 6th or the 2nd. Today we are learning the root, the 5th, and the 3rd. This is how it sounds. Moving on to Etude 2 now, where we are again starting on the root for this one and just going up and down through the changes using the 7ths and sometimes the 6ths. I'm not sure there's 6 in this tune, so it's mainly just the major 7ths and the dominant 7ths. Okay, here we go with Etude 2. So for Etude 3, a little more creative. We are starting to improvise, but again, using those sevenths, those dominant seventh notes on the dominant chords, or the major seventh, the sevenths on the major seventh chords. This is what I've done. Again, the resources are available. If you just click the description, that will take you to the sales page, and there you will get all the recorded demos and backing track. If you just want the PDF resource just to check it out, see what it's like, then opt in for the newsletter and you will get that sent to you straight away for free. Here we go with Etude 3 or C. Etude 4 or D, we are jumping around a lot more. We are moving and really starting to develop our knowledge of the changes, not just going linear anymore. We are just experimenting, improvising, using those chord notes. This can really help us when we then start to use syncopated rhythms, which we're going to do for the next etude. Okay guys, so for Etude F or the fifth etude, I'm purely using chord notes but some space and some syncopated rhythms, sometimes just some nice flowing eighth notes too, to try and create a solo. It is possible to create quite a nice convincing sounding solo only using chord notes and rhythm, and I highly recommend that you do this, because then once you've got used to targeting and really nailing these chord notes, then we can start adding the vocabulary. I like to think of the rhythm, the scales to a certain extent, and certainly some good stock phrased rhythms, if you like, as the cake. That is something we need to have. If you just have that, we can get away with that. We can play a nice solo, but then gradually we can, or certainly the way I teach, we can then incorporate different elements of vocabulary that we steal or borrow from our favorite players. All of that is coming up in lesson 2, 3 and 4. Okay, let's check out F, Etude F. So I hope you've enjoyed this lesson, guys. By practicing all of the material in lesson 1, you are really going to be developing your knowledge of the changes for There Will Never Be Another You. Of course, you can use this approach for any tune that you want to, any jazz standard, and this will really help you. This has really helped me developing my own playing, learning this way and playing off the changes. That's what many of my favourite players do, people like Louis Armstrong, Clifford Brown, Blue Mitchell, Chet Baker, Warren Vacher. They all play the changes beautifully, and this approach has really helped me to develop my ability to play the changes too. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe. Also remember to check out the newsletter where I'll be telling you whenever these lessons are coming up. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys, and remember to like and share the video if you want to share it, and if you've liked it, of course. Okay, bye for now. See you in the next video where we're really going to look at rhythm and the chord notes.